Okay, y'all, so I've got all of the easy fixes done, which I think I've only got 41. I thought I had 42 mowers to start, but 36 out of the 41 were easy fixes, so that was good. So now I'm getting on to the ones that are going to be a little bit more involved, and I've got a twofer here I'm going to make into one good one. I'll give you a look at this front one here first. It's a 2017 model Murray, 21-inch deck, 450 series Briggs on it. It was made in April of 2017 according to the deck, and according to the engine was made, let's see, I can't quite pinpoint it. It says, I don't think you can see it, but it's late February of 2017. Before I get to that one, I'll show you what's wrong with this one. I know if y'all remember me getting off the trailer, I'm pretty sure I showcased this one. Looks like somebody, used the mess out of it and then brought it back. Because if I can get the air filter here, look at the state of the air filter on it. It's just dirt like crazy. So I'll clean that off, or maybe just put the air filter from the other one, or probably just keep the air filter from the other engine over there on that one, because this one has the problem of, and this one also had a sticker on it. It looks like they were trying to sell it for clearance, $88.87. I did a short video on this one, said it was missing the blade. If y'all remember, if y'all saw that video, it was missing the blade and then some. As you can see, almost all the shaft is gone down there. So somebody hit something really hard with this mower. As you can see, it was used quite a bit because the paint's already off the bottom of the deck. I'll have to clean off the grass on it some too, because I've got to use this deck. Because if we look over here at this Hyper Tough mower, you can see, I don't know if you can see right there, you can look at it right here, that the deck is just bent slap down on it. Looks like it got damaged in transit or something, because it's never been used as a mower. This one was also made in April of 2017, according to this, April 18th. So these were rolled off the assembly line one day apart from each other, actually. And then on the engine here, February 1st of 2017. So again, these things are all built in the same month. This one's got the 300 series, 125cc. They're both 125cc engines. They're just tuned a little bit differently. So, not really going to notice the difference. What I'll do is I'll take the engine cover off of this one, which I'm going to put on another mower that looks like this, that I had a problem with the pull rope on, that I put one of these type on. I'm going to put that one on that mower. I'll put it aside until I get ready to sell it. Put it on there to sell it, so that everything looks correct and stock on it, just like I'm going to do with this one. I'll take the stickers off. You see the deck's bent down, but everything else is in great shape on it. Doesn't look like oil, or I don't think oil has ever been put into this. Doesn't even look like it's been taken off, so this deck will get scrapped most likely. It's unfortunate because it's a brand new deck, but I do get a very nice blade out of it, and everything else is new on it. Handle, engine, all that good stuff. So we'll be in good shape. Just wanted to kind of give you all a synopsis, and going to be a very easy swap here. All I gotta do is take the cable off with pliers. You just gotta take it out of the eyelet there and then loosen it off of the hole in the bottom. If y'all can see that, just feed it out of there. And you have, I'll turn this over here, you have 3 bolts on the bottom that are 1/2 inch. Just take those out and the motor's off. So very, very easy to do on these. No gas in it, thankfully. And then the same deal with this, except to take the blade off, and it's a 9/16 on this one. So 9/16, take the blade off, 3 1/2-inch ones to take the mounting bolts off, and then the same deal with the safety cable here. Get pliers, get those teeth off there, or get those the locking mechanism off. Take this out of the little eyelet, and the engine's free. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all that. Y'all have seen me do this before, so just kind of wanted to do a before and after this, just kind of for the record. It's just a wonder that, you know, mowers get used for how many months? Probably less than 3 months, and then they get put right back out on the sales floor, because this one got returned and they tried to sell it for clearance, as you can tell by the price, because that price is actually lower than what I even sell these for. I usually sell these for around $100, and then, you know, the return tag on it was $8.29. The return receipt on it said $8.10.17. I'll turn it right there, $8.10.17. So it was at least sold once. So whoever used this used the mess out of it, and then hit something really hard or did something to mess up the shaft. I'll give you a look at that shaft one more time before I swap these motors. So there you go. Ain't gonna run with that like that. I'll have to see if the internals of this engine are good. I'm sure I'll be able to use parts off of it for other future mowers. But for right now, I'm going to take this engine, put it on this mower, and I'll be right back with that engine on this mower. So stay tuned. So I got this over here. As you can see, I got the engines off. Like I said, really easy. Just turn the mower on their sides. Took the cable off of the safety mechanism, and then all I've got to do to switch over the engine covers is take a 5/16 inch nut driver here, take these 3 bolts off, and I'll switch the engine covers. And I'm still going to do this, and I showed you all that other deck, and I'll do this off camera because it's really easy to do. And I probably need 2 hands, or maybe even need a ratchet to get that last one off right there. Nope, I just got it. So all those are loose. I thought about just scrapping this deck, but since this deck is so thin, I just jumped on it a few times in the pressure point right here where it got hit. And as you can see, I didn't get it perfect, but if you look at the beginning of the video and you look at the video now, it's much straighter. And so I'm going to actually salvage this deck. I'm still going to go forward with my plans for doing what I was going to do with it, just simply because I don't have the hardware to put the wheel. I have the wheels and stuff, but I don't have the hardware to put the wheels on it, because it didn't come with the lot. But a lot of times I get these little cheap mowers, as you can tell. If I get a cheap mower trade-in, a lot of times on the older styles of the deck, where the handle is mounted here instead of on the side, like on this mower, I'll have to tighten those up. The handle's mounted on the side right here where I'm showing you. The deck tends to break off in those portions right there. So if I get a mower that does that, and I've gotten probably 2 or 3 like that, then this will be a perfect candidate to put a deck on, because I've already got the blade and everything for it, and the blade adapter right there. And I've got a 21-inch blade for the 21-inch mower here. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go forward with the engine swap because I don't have the hardware to put the wheels and stuff on that deck. But I was able to salvage the deck, thank thankfully I didn't know if jumping up and down on it was going to do anything the way that it was bent, but sure enough it did something. As you can see, it's all but straight again, so that's awesome. Saving mowers from salvage, even if it's just jumping up and down on them. So here's the engine I'm putting on here. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take those 3 5/16 inch bolts off after I get the engine on. Remember, I always turn them exhaust side down just so I don't have gas and oil and stuff ruining the air filter and all that. So I'm just going to reverse the process of what I did with this engine and put it on this deck right here, and we should have a good good mower here pretty shortly. So pretty much here's the finished product. We'll hear it run before I end this video. Had to find some hardware for all of this because I robbed it to get all the other mowers right, so I had to get those bolts, and I had to find a couple bolts mounted on here, and I actually had to find a handle, which seemed like it took me the longest to find the handle. I swapped over the engine covers. As you can see, this engine, hopefully you will be seeing in another video, the base plate on it is good. So since the base plate on it is good, I'm probably going to swap it to a mower that a 550 series engine, the base plate anyways. Since the shaft's bad on this one, like I said, I'll probably switch it. Switch the shaft, or excuse me, switch the base plate onto that engine, because I saw that engine needs. But like I said, I took the cover off, put the cover on this one, just for the presentation of it. The shaft on the 300 series sits just a little bit higher than the 450 series, so it's sitting maybe half inch higher than what usually comes. But what usually comes on this mower, I mean, it's usually sitting right down there on the edge. So this one will cut just fine the way that it is, and whoever buys this one probably won't hit anything really hard with it because the blade is a little bit higher on the deck, unlike whoever had this one. So I just got to put oil and gas in it and take it down to the bottom, and we'll crank it up. It should run, since this is basically a brand new or a new engine on this one. So let me do that and we'll crank it up. So here are in the test bed. As you can see, fall's upon us. I got plenty of leaves in the backyard now, so maybe I'll get the snapper out and do a bagging video on it in the near future, since mower repairs aren't really happening much anymore except for what I have here. But as promised, let's see if we can get this thing cranked. Love it when a new motor starts on the first pull. It's nice and smooth, and you know, once I clean it up, it's going to look like it's almost brand new. But what I typically do, I mentioned before, is I just put them under the house for the winter. When I get them out for the spring to get ready to sell them, that's when I'll put gas in them, and if necessary, I'll clean it up. This will probably be the last one of these mowers that I sell, just because I like to sell the ones that are in better shape first, that I had to do less major work to, and then I'll save the last one. And it doesn't really matter, because I haven't really had any issues with any of them after they left. But I just save the ones that have major repairs done to them for last, just to keep up with them, and just kind of as my rule of thumb. But yeah, we're running good. Like I said, I've got more videos coming up. Hopefully I'll make a video of me bagging leaves with the snapper. be getting this up multiple times because I've got this huge oak tree right here that drops as many leaves as your heart desires to pick up. So, but yeah, the next one I'm planning on working, I keep calling it the 550 series, but it's the 500 series because Briggs keeps detuning these engines on these mowers. But that one should be next, putting the base plate on that one, pulling it off of the 450 series. And then I gotta get into a 625 on that big wheel Murray. Put a piston in it because the piston in it, the connecting rod broke. And then I've got a crankshaft swap on the snapper, and those videos will probably come in that order. But for now, got another good one going here. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing two mowers that needed some work become one good mower that's ready for sale. Again, thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.